Greetings, everybody, and welcome to the Salthawk Sports Complex in Hutchinson, Kansas. It's time for Hutchinson Community College Women's Soccer on the Blue Dragon Sports Network. This afternoon, the Blue Dragons look to rebound from their first loss of the season, suffered 4 days ago, as they start the second half of the Jayhawk West season with their second meeting of the year against the Northwest Kansas Technical College Mavericks from Goodland. I'm Steve Carpenter, Sports Information Director. Already pretty busy day in Blue Dragon land. The Blue Dragon volleyball team with a pair of wins down at the Tyler Junior College Invitational, defeating North Central Texas in 4 and then snapping a 7-match losing streak in 5 set matches, coming from behind to defeat Monroe College out of New York in 5 sets, 16-14 in the 5th. Then tonight, the biggie. The annual battle in Jayhawk Conference football, one of the biggest rivalries in the country, let alone the conference, as the number 7 ranked Hutchinson Blue Dragons go to BG Products Stadium in El Dorado to take on number 12 Butler in a battle of 2 of the 3 remaining undefeated teams in the league in Jayhawk Conference play. Garden City is on their way to a win. There'll be one of the remaining unbeatens, and then whoever comes out of that game tonight between Hutch and Butler will be the other. But here we look forward to soccer as the Blue Dragon soccer team about 2 minutes away from kickoff. 7-1-1 overall, 5-1-1 in the Jayhawk West after a 2-0 loss on this very field to Cloud County. The Blue Dragons now currently in 3rd place in the Jayhawk West with 16 points. And they pretty much need, if they have want a chance at the conference, they need to stay clean the rest of the way, and that includes going to Cloud and going to Barton, which will be Wednesday, mind you, and getting W after W to keep their conference championship chances alive. Northwest Tech, 2-5-1 overall, 2-5 in league play. Hutchinson defeated this team on September 5th in Goodland by the score of 8-0. It was a slow start for the Dragons, but they unleashed a fury of goals late in the first half and wound up shutting out the Mavericks. This same Maverick team came onto this pitch 1 year ago and shut out the Blue Dragons 4-0 in a game that really kind of sent a tailspin for the 2017 Blue Dragons in the way they finished up. But now the Dragons getting set to come off their first loss, and we'll see how they do against a Northwest Tech team only with 13 players on the roster. Dragons will once again be without Megan Maslick, still out with that foot injury. So the Dragons will look to kind of retool the offense and get it going again against Northwest Tech. Starters today in goal for the Blue Dragons is Taylor Camp, the freshman from Waxahachie, Texas, 6-1-1 on the year. On the back line will be sophomore Yadira Delgado. Bailey Flowers, Haley Burke, and Jenna Bass. In the middle, in the midfield, Kaylin Sabala in the middle, Ashley Venegas to her left, and Naomi Waythrough to her right. Then up front, Sydney Blackwell is going to center it up on the front line. Braylee Mader will flank her right, Braylee Mader will flank her right. Addie White, the freshman, to her left. And we get set for soccer. In goal for Northwest Tech is Heather Brayshaw, freshman. Brayshaw making her 8th start of the year. She's 2-4-1 with a 5.02 goals against and a 53% save percentage. She's made 41 saves on the year. Taylor Camp for the Blue Dragons has a 0.85 goals against, 20 saves overall, and a 741 save percentage. So the Blue Dragon volleyball team has kind of set the standard for this afternoon, a pair of wins in Tyler against 2 pretty good teams in North Central Texas, and that 5-setter that come from behind win over Monroe College. Monroe was in Hutchinson last November at the National Volleyball Tournament, so that was quality competition. And we are about set to go. Hutchinson will take the opening kickoff. And the whistle sounds. Thanks for joining us here this afternoon on the Blue Dragons Sports Network for the Blue Dragons and the Mavericks. And for those Northwest Tech fans joining us, welcome. Hopefully we won't butcher the names too badly. First real attack of the game comes to the Mavericks, and Naomi Wather with a foul, but it'll come from a sharp angle, so it'll be in essence, off a direct free kick across into the box, and we'll see how the Dragons defend it. Dragons were solid defensively on Wednesday night. Raywin Murphy will take the kick from the sharp angle of Taylor Camp. Naomi Wather up close for Hutchinson. Kick just flicks into the box. Now fighting for control, and Blackwell kicks it out of a little bit of danger. Now sent back in. And that'll be an easy save for Taylor Camp. Well, it really wasn't a shot, but Camp was the only defender right there. Now the Dragons really look to attack for the first time. Long ball by Wather, and it's on the foot of Braylee Mader. Mader moving in. She's at the box. 2-on-1, the shot, and a goal! And the Blue Dragons are on the board 1 minute and 27 seconds into this contest. Braylee Mader from Naomi Wather for Braylee. That is her ninth of the year. Check that. 7th of the year. And Hutchinson has a 1-0 lead. So very quickly, Hutchinson on the board. That is Naomi Wather's 10th assist. That's a team high. So foul called on the Mavericks. We're going to get a quick break in. Keep the action up. I need to get this tweet out with the score. So moment of silence while I get this tweet in.
Everything doesn't have to be long. Smaller crowd today, a little chilly out. I think so. I'm watching the live. Yeah, I think that was a good decision. Accelerate. Keep the ball. Pass the ball. Good.
Back with you now. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a Dragons throw in just immediately to our left.
Can we understand?
1-0 Dragons. A goal by Braylee Mader, her 7th of the year. Just a few minutes, or 1 minute 27 seconds into the contest. Throw in deep into the quarter. Addie White trying to get it, but it's cleared away by Samaria Trochez. Dragons retain possession, though. Yadi Delgado plays a nice through ball to Addie White, and it's knocked out of bounds for a throw-in. Very soft, deft touch by Yadira Delgado on that through past Addie White. Now Delgado with the throw-in to the foot of Sydney Blackwell. Knocked out of bounds again, and it'll stay with Hutchinson. Dragons had a long film session yesterday, another throw-in. And they went through the Cloud County game basically minute by minute, breaking it all down. And the team came out with a very positive attitude. So already a goal in, so the scoring drought ends. Long throw in toward the box. Mader tries to get it. Now battling for possession. Here's White. Slips it into the box. Braylee Mader pops it up. And then coming to get it is Adrian Felix for the Mavericks. Now Northwest looks to attack. Ball taken away by Bailey Flowers of the Blue Dragons. Burke plays long up the middle to Sydney Blackwell. Caitlin Sabala in the midfield. She'll retreat a little bit. Now switch the field to the right side, and Jenna Bass. The freshman pushes a nice long pass up the line. But getting to it first is Northwest Carla Rothwell. Throw in Blue Dragons far side. They go quickly to Sabala. Caitlin tries to turn onto the foot of Naomi Wather. She switches it over to Delgado. Now near side, Yachty wanted to take a shot, but it was taken off her foot. Nice play by Raywin Murphy of the Mavericks. Taylor Camp comes far out of the box to play it, or to clear it. Now the Dragons double team in the midfield. Ball played long by Elsie Achari. But the only person there is Hutchinson's Taylor Camp. Over 5 minutes in now, 1-0 Hutch.
Just bring it down and do simple stuff. Challenge! Sydney, you don't want to try and win the ball? Help her.
Naomi Wather finally comes away with it, working one-on-one, knocked out of bounds by Murphy. Nope, they give it to Northwest Tech.
That's fine, Naomi, that's fine. Hey, we need to start looking for combination passes in midfield. Everything is way too direct. First!
All flicked into the middle off to throw in. Now the Dragons double team. Still, Felix comes away with it. Now the Dragons continue to press and work the ball the other way. Blackwell nearly gets possession. Long ball by Raywin, or by the Mavericks. Dragons with it again, playing into the midfield. Naomi Wather being patient. Now plays a long ball up the right line. But Braylee Mater's path to the ball cut off. Sammy Lane wanting it shorter passes as they play the ball into the offensive end. Bass switches it into the middle to Addie White. White with it back to Wather. Now left side over to Delgado. Delgado with a nice through pass, but Addie White comes away with it. Delgado right back with White on a give and go. Coming to get it is Ashley Venegas now down on the baseline. Ball flicks into the corner. White comes away with it. Addie to the foot of Sabala, but it's popped up back into the corner. And it's not clear out of bounds by Raywin Murphy of the Mavericks. Northwest Tech had a very fine team last year. They pushed Hutch in the game at Goodland. Hutch had to score in the second half to win 2-1. And then it was all Northwest Tech here a month later. And a 4-0 victory for the Mavericks here at the SSC.
Bring it back.
Here's Sammy in the background. He's really wanting this team to become very technically sound. This team's still struggling with some of the technical aspects of what the Dragons want to accomplish.
Now go again, Jenna.
Almost a great give and go.
Ashley, come and get it.
Now Naomi Wather with it. She'll retreat back to Bailey Flowers. And it comes right back to Wather. She looks to advance. Onto the foot of Sabala, right back to Wather, but the pass behind her. Dragons have to reset. Yadi Delgado will play with the left foot toward the box, but it will be knocked out of bounds by the Mavericks.
Understanding it's not on, so you're going to change and find somebody else. Come on, man. Jenna, you should be deeper.
1-0 Hutch.
And over this way now. Right there. And up. You can be up a little bit from that position.
Throw in toward the corner. Blackwell gives chase, and she knocks it out of bounds, and it would be a Northwest Tech goal kick.
Shift over, Sabala. Shift over, Naomi.
Raywin Murphy will take the goal kick. Cloudy skies, temperatures maybe in the low 60s. I haven't seen it. Slight chance of some drizzle. Nothing heavy scheduled. In fact, the rain may have cleared out, but it is far from warm here in Hutchinson this afternoon. Challenged by Venegas, now cleared by the Mavericks. Played down the line by Flowers, right back to the foot of base. Now the Dragons attack with Waithra. Waithra reverses the right, takes a shot, but it's going to go well wide right, and it'll be a Northwest Tech goal kick. Need to give a shout out to some travelers who are with us this afternoon, called the Odessa Gang. The families of Ashley Venegas and Cameron Rodriguez with us. They were here the other night, came up and introduced themselves. And we really appreciate them making the trip up here this week to watch the two Odessa kids, as well as the entire Blue Dragon team in. So welcome to Hutchinson. And thanks for listening on the network. From everybody in Odessa, a very good afternoon to you all. 34-10 and counting. That foul was on Hutchinson, so Northwest Tech will fire it forward onto the foot of Lydia Black. She can't control the pass. Now Naomi Waithra spins out of a defender, and the Dragons start to go upfield. Ashley Venegas will play a long ball headed backwards. It comes onto the foot of Adrian Felix. Felix into the box now. Chance for Northwest Tech, but Haley Berkey races that possible challenge. Now the Dragons look to counter. Waithra with the left foot to Sabala. Sabala's got a chance to drive one up the field. Drives it up the middle. Here's Blackwell coming in. Sydney gets it past the keeper and just misses wide left. Another golden opportunity for the Dragons, as Angela Rader's going to check in for the first time.
How about Sydney? Can we just focus on small little touches?
Again, the technical aspect of the game, eluding the Blue Dragons on almost a sure goal. 32-53 and counting. Northwest Tech goal kick. Dragons so far have cast 3 shots to none for Northwest Tech. Goal kick initially headed by Addie White. The Dragons will come away with it. Nice little soft touch from Waithra to White. Now Sabala will cross it over to the right side. Raider initially can't handle the pass. Now gets it back on her foot. Slows it down and looks. Tries to go into the midfield, but the pass sent right back to her. Bailey Flowers has to retreat for Hutchinson. Raider getting pushed hard by Elsa Achari. Flowers will get it to Delgado. A little flick into the middle, but cleared down. Nearly a breakaway, but Flowers' header erased that possible chance, and a whistle. Hutchinson foul.
Every time you pass it to them. Are you going to get back in line with the defender? Ashley, deeper. It's going over your head.
What wind there is, and there's not much. You can almost basically call it calm. Bit of a raw day. Here comes the free kick. Off the foot of Flowers, and coming out to get it is Taylor Camp, who sent it long. Good chance. And now Sydney Blackwell can bring it down. There's a chance. Flicks it over a defender's head. But getting to it is Adriana Dieter for the Mavericks. Dragons retain possession. Back on midfield for Waithra. She'll switch it to Delgado. Now a little short pass up to Sabala. Sabala back to Venegas, right back to Sabala. Sammy Lane wants to switch the field to the right side. Raider has it now. Raider drives in, continues to drive, now takes a shot into the box, and it's a goal! Angela Raider.
Well done, Jelly.
That is her first goal of the year, and it's 2-0 Hutchinson, 30-48 to play. We should get time right. It should be 30-48. So Angela Rader with the long shot.
When you get the ball there, right?
And it gets over the head of Heather Brayshaw. 2-0 Blue Dragons.
Go again. Focus on my touch. That's not focusing on a touch.
Possible chance for the Mavericks. No foul called. Mavericks wanting one.
Simple. Good. Travel. Travel. Sabala, where's your angle? Sabala, she needs your help. Now you're splitting, Sabala. Now you're splitting. Sabala, why would you not play where you're facing? Simple. Look at Naomi's feet. Turn! Movement! Come to it! Yeti, the same message as before 2 minutes ago. If there's nothing on, it's okay to bring it back and start again.
All right, so the tweet's in.
Sydney,
A lot of good action around the JAC Conference today in football. Garden City, a big win over Fort Scott. Highland, Iowa Central doing battle.
Actually, you should be in line with Naomi, yeah.
And on this style of football, the Blue Dragons with a 2-0 lead over Northwest Tech as they look for their 8th win of the season and the 201st in program history, which also coincides with the all-time record of Sammy Lane. Now Venegas weaving through traffic, crosses one into the box. It's high, and it'll be a Northwest Tech goal kick.
Do we cross the ball for headers? No, we don't. We cross it on the ground for side footers, man.
Goals by Braylee Mater and Angela Rader. The tallies in this one. Naomi Wather is going to get her 2nd assist of the game, her 11th of the year on Rader's goal. Ball played long. Here's a chance for Oliveras, but Bailey Fowers will clear it out to the right side. Nice play by the Dragon back line. Angela Rader travels upfield, now goes to the feet of Braylee Mater. She turns, has the ball knocked off her foot, but Rader recovers. She'll play a long pass up, headed backwards. Now Sabala trying to hustle to the ball. But Raywin Murphy has the angle and comes away with it, plays it long. Now possible chance for Northwest Tech. Little tip into the box, but well defended by Bailey Flowers. Taylor Camp clears it up and punts it away. Long one. Dragons would have been looking. Might have been another breakaway. A lot of spring in the middle of that field right now. Those punts by Taylor Camp.
Stop walking. You're leaving a good spot to go closer to their player.
Here's Blackwell, reverses it, getting pressured from behind. Now sends it to the box, just a little far for Sabala. But here's Addie White. She's got it. Can she get it in? Yes! 3-0 Blue Dragons. And I believe the assist to Kaylin Sabala. 3-0 Blue Dragons, 27-19 to go. So 2 goals in 2.5 minutes. And the Dragons comfortably in front, 3-0.
Rayleigh, come off. Amy. In America, you have to tell the person you're subbing for to come off. We're 6 weeks into the season and you don't know who you're subbing for?
Addie White with her 5th goal of the year. 3-0 Blue Dragons. Yeah. What's this? I thought it was Caitlin. We can go back on the video.
Pass the ball into the feet.
Sabala into the middle for Waithra. Now flicks it. Here's a chance for Sabala. Sabala will be beaten to the ball by Carlo Rothwell. It's knocked out of bounds. It'll be a Dragon throw-in. Overcast skies, but very comfortable. At least some people are comfortable. Others in stocking caps. It's that time of year where the temperature changes a lot. Dragons will switch it over. Jenna Bass now playing this side on the back line. Plays a through ball to Macy Smith. Can she get to it? Good tackle by Carla Rothwell of the Mavericks. It'll be a throw-in deep for the Dragons. Waithra right back to Jenna Bass. Puts it in the middle, coming up as Flowers, but getting to the ball first, Adrian Felix for the Mavericks. Good pressure by Flowers, and she takes it away. Flowers takes it in to way through the top of the box. Little soft touch in for Macy Smith, who's knocked off the ball, and the box goes down, and no whistle.
Do you honestly think she played the ball to center back? She put 2 hands in the girl.
A lot of contact and no foul, but it's been called both ways. Now the punt by Heather Brayshaw, who's been beaten 3 times so far. Been beaten 3 times in 3 shots on goal. 5 shots all told for Hutchinson. Whistle and a stoppage as we have an injured player. Injured player from behind, or behind the play. It is sophomore forward Adrian Felix. We'll take a quick break. This is Blue Dragon Women's Soccer on the Blue Dragon Sports Network. Northwest Tech's Adrian Felix makes it off under her own power, and looks like she's okay, which is good. 24:42 to go, opening half. Hutchinson with goals from Braylee Mater, Angela Rader, and Addie White. Turner tries to play a kick backwards, and it's knocked off a Northwest Tech player for a Dragon throw-in far side. Dragons had the lead minute 27 into this one. They have scored quick in several games. Foul against the Dragons. Dragons have scored in the first 5 minutes of a game, and now 5 of 10 contests, and they've won all 5. Or they're 4-0-1. Dragons have committed 4 fouls to Tech's 1. Pressure in the midfield by Galen Sabala, now by Ashley Venegas, and the Dragons come away with it. Cameron Rodriguez tries to play it to the foot of Waithra. Calmly plays it outside for Jenna Bass. Jenna will take it up the sideline, now reversed into the middle. Gets it right back to her. Plays it back to Rodriguez, who's defended by ICL Oliveras. Foul Blue Dragons. Decent crowd on hand for a college football Saturday afternoon. KU playing right now in Lawrence, and just getting set to kick off in Manhattan is KU in Texas. Or K-State in Texas, excuse me. Macy Smith goes up the field. Waithra's has the ball taken away from behind. Coming forward is Trouches up the line. Good defense by Jenna Bass. Yadi Delgado in for Angela. Had her first goal earlier. That made it 2-0. It was kind of a soft, majestic shot. You just kind of stayed up there and dropped in. And Heather Brayshaw didn't even have a play on it. Good pressure by Sabala. Now coming from behind, take her right back is Lydia Black. And Sabala pushes Black down for the Dragon foul. 6 fouls on the Dragons now. Just under 22 minutes to play opening half. Good ball to the top of the box. Skitters through. But Yadi Delgado comes away, plays a long ball out of danger when it goes out of bounds. Amy Turner was trying to hustle to get to it and couldn't quite reach it. Throw in down the line. Amy Turner takes it away. Now the Dragons look to advance. Wather will drop it back for Flowers. Sorry about that. Needed to take a quick phone call. Coming up on the 20-minute mark of this opening half. Dragons with a 3-0 lead. Yadi Delgado, short pass to Rodriguez.
That's where we should be switching it again.
Now to Turner. We'll reset it up. Delgado right back to the foot of Rodriguez. She looks to switch the field over to Jenna Bass. Jen will drop it off for Burke. Now right in the middle is Cameron Rodriguez, one of the Odessa kids. Jenna moving quietly up, slows it down, reverses it onto the foot of Rodriguez. Soft touch to Waithra. Ooh, almost a pass sneaking through for Sabala. That would have been one-on-one with the keeper had it gotten through. Dragons have owned possession in this one. Ball into the middle. Macy Smith unable to control it. Tries to knock off a defender. Now whistle and a foul on the Dragons.
Hey, if you make that effort originally, we don't have to commit a stupid foul and allow them to attack us now, right?
Macy Smith, one of the 3 Dragons with hat tricks this year. Megan Maslick, Braylee Mater, the other 2. Also, Chari wants to play it long, but Haley Burke right there and sends it right back to midfield to Achari. Dragons look to press in the midfield. Sabala runs up, knocks it off the foot of Kripke, and here they come the Dragons. Sabala nearly ridden off the ball, but she keeps possession. Sabala reverses it into the middle, now passes to the foot of Ashley Nate, who takes a shot, bounces in, and it's in the goal for a Dragon tally. 4-0. Ashley Venegas connects on her 7th of the season. 18:24 to go. Good pressure in the midfield. Open that play up entirely for the Dragons. Caitlin Sabala will get the assist.
done.
Play really made by sophomore Caitlin Sabala. Substitutions now. Alex Miller in, as well as
Amy should be over a little bit, right?
Sierra Matthias.
Take a run off of it, Stingy. Open up. Look, Elsa. Good, Jenna. Good, Cameron. Come on, switching it. We're switching it. Good. Jenna has a good win. That's better. Go on, Sabala. Right down the middle. Go, Sabala. Keep going. Wide, wide, wide. Jesus Christ, man. Show in. Show in. Cut the line. Man on you. And have that touch, Cameron. We've showed you to touch enough, man. Keep it. Keep it. It's okay to keep it. That's not keeping it. That's dribbling. Come on. Next time,
The ball was headed right over our head. And kind of worried that it was coming right at us. And I wasn't in any shape to catch it because I was tweeting. Foul Blue Dragons. Now under 17 minutes to play. Crowd filtering in ever so slowly. Dragons whistled for their 8th foul, just 1 for Tech. Raylan Murphy will play it in on the free kick. Sent to the top of the box. Initially played by Alex Miller. Soft touch up the middle, but returned back toward the box by Adriana Dieter. Matthias will turn it upfield for Hutch to Miller. Miller plays it again up the line to Turner. Turner keeps it in. Her pass toward Alex Miller was taken away initially. Miller plays defense and cancels out that advance. Now base. Probably should have kept traveling. We'll flick to the right side. Burke will retreat for the Dragons and tip it back to Hutchinson keeper Taylor Camp. Taylor hasn't been pressed yet today. Ball played into the box. Camp there for Hutchinson. Adrian Felix, who was shaken up earlier, back into the contest for Northwest Tech. Good long punt popped up. Amy Turner giving chase, but it's flicked forward by Melissa Casana. Out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Dragons' far side. Here's Rodriguez. Challenge, and she comes left side to Jenna Bass. Bass with the left foot. Tried to play a through ball, but that pass counted up by Troches. Dragons switch it to the right side. Here's Matthias. Traveling, down to the foot of Turner. Turner gets double teamed, but retains possession. And the Dragons look to switch it to this side. Rodriguez tries to put it into the middle. I'm kind of screened out. Here's a shot by Turner, and it's in the goal. 5-0 Blue Dragons. Amy Turner. That is her first tally of the year. The Dragons have a 5 spot in the opening half. 14:39 to play. Dragons bench giving Amy Turner the high five when she comes up, scoring her first goal of the season. Made it 5-0. 5 different goal scorers for Hutchinson. Naomi Waithra with her 3rd assist of the afternoon.
one, Sabala. Down the middle, Sabala.
Dragons look to go again. Pass up the middle. Addie White will get to it, but she's ridden off by Rothwell. Rothwell tips it out of bounds. Throw in Dragons.
You're going straight down towards the goal. You're not making an angle run when Sierra has it. Straight down the middle, yeah.
Play into the middle, but it's cleared out initially. Jenna Base pressures to keep possession.
Now we keep it. Good.
Base will reverse it back. Her pass, though,
Get tight.
not a good one, and a possible opportunity for Northwest Tech. Lourdes Moreno working against Burke, and a foul called on Haley. Goals by Braylee Mader. Angela Rader. Addie White, Ashley Venegas, and Amy Turner. The 5 tallies here in the first. Amy Waither with 3 assists. Caitlin Sabala and Sydney Blackwell right now with the assists. Raywin Murphy sends it in. Pretty good ball into the box. It's headed out of bounds. It'll be a Dragon goal kick. Raywin Murphy delivers a nice ball in those free kicks. 12-13 and counting. And everybody's suited up right now. It's going to get plenty of playing time in the second half. Campbell booted away. Low line driver. And Kaylin Sabala initially comes out with it. Now Waither has it back to Sabala, and the Dragons look to form. Now bad turnover. Here comes Felix. She'll take a shot, and it's basically heading toward Haven. Didn't even come anywhere near the net. Northwest Tech playing with only 13 on the roster today.
Relax. Angles. Turn out. Good. Much better, Alex.
Nice play by the Dragon backline to work it upfield. Alex Miller gets it out of initial danger. The Dragons will switch the field once again to look to attack. Here's Matthias. Sent a short pass to the foot to Waithra. Naomi waiting. It's crossed over left side to base. Jenna with it now. Drives it up the field. Continues to drive. Now surveying. Passes it in the middle to the foot of Blackwell. It's ridden off a double team. Somehow Sydney gets through it. And it's knocked out of bounds by the Mavericks.
Jenna, you have to drive to the middle of the field when you get the ball.
Haley Flowers will check out. Angela Rader back in. So again, Sammy Lane's going to rotate a lot of people today. Wednesday afternoon in Great Bend will be a biggie for this Blue Dragon soccer team. Now misplays. The ball almost gets a chance. Ball flicked in the middle, right on the foot of Matthias. She sends a pass up the middle. Initially cleared. Challenged again by Rodriguez. Addie White will bring it back, and the Dragons will reset. Waithrow, a little pass up the middle. Right back to her, though. Waithrow goes down. Rodriguez gets possession and sends it left. Here's Rader. Rader to Blackwell, who's playing on the left side right now. Tries to make the turn. Reverses it. Gets on her right foot, sends it to the high part of the box, but it's over the top of everybody, and Addie White will have to chase it down on the right side. She does so. To the foot of Matthias. Matthias tries to go into the middle of Sabala. Throw in Blue Dragons. 9 minutes and change to play. Braylee Mader's going to come back in. Naomi Waithrow will get a break. 3 assists in the opening half for Naomi. She has now 12 for the season. Naomi can do some nifty things in that midfield spot. Dragons look to attack, but ridden off the ball, Sabala. Now driving with it is Mater. She looks to reverse, back out to the foot of Rodriguez. Rodriguez hesitates, drives in against a triple team now. Somehow still comes away with the ball and drops it back to Burke. Burke wanted to rip a shot, but thought wisely of it. Addie White back out to Matthias. Now into the middle, Alex Miller. Her touch pass towards Sabala eventually gets to the foot of Caitlin. Now Rader. Rader drives to the middle. Still waiting, goes right side to Matthias, who overruns the ball. And now it's a 1-on-2 opportunity. And a great play by Jenna Bass defensively, taking her right off the foot of Adrian Felix. We thought she was going to beat her 1-on-1, and the Blue Dragon freshman made the defensive play of the game for the Blue Dragons. A lot of room to travel for Rodriguez, but she gives it off to Sabala, takes it back to Burke. Now Rader slows down. 3-man pressure by the front line of the Mavericks. There's Mater. Mater couldn't get a clean pass off, and it'll trickle out of bounds, throw in Northwest Tech with 7:10 to go. Kind of a subdued crowd, not quite the intense it was, at least in the first half here Wednesday night. The lights are on. This is a very overcast day. Now the ball finally retrieved. Tech throw in is taken away by Sierra Matthias. Here's Sabala. Sabala outside now to Rader. Angela surveys, waits. They want to switch it back to the right side. Burke to Matthias. Back to base. Dragons have a very good offensive structure here. Now Rader attacks. Angela up the field, long through ball for Blackwell. Good recovery by Carla Rothwell of Tech as she knocks it out of bounds for a Dragon throw-in. Right now the Dragons really looking short passes through the midfield. And then once the Northwest Tech defense commits, they attack.
We're marking, pin them in. Be tight.
Dragons look to pressure off the throw-in. Sabala takes it away. Now Rodriguez gets it with her right foot. Sends it back to midfield to Matthias.
Good, Cameron.
Matthias to Rodriguez. Tries to go a through ball. Does it get through? Northwest Tech gets their first defense, but Braley Mater will take it away. Hit from behind and a foul called on the Mavericks.
Hey, backside!
I believe this is the biggest single half for goals by Hutchinson this year. Now maybe it was 6 against Heston. I'll check that. Ball into the box. It's loose. Addie White can't get a shot off. Rodriguez challenges. And it's flicked out of bounds. Dragon throw in on the far side. Got the ball girls working today. That's good. Keeping the flow of the game going a little faster. Here's Matthias. To White. Dragons can't cleanly control. Now in the counterattack possibility for Northwest Tech. Bass and Felix. Felix gets to it, tries to make the turn. Bass challenges. And it will be a goal kick Felix didn't think so. She thought she should get a corner out of it. Another good challenge by Jenna Bass. Under 4 minutes to play opening half. 5-0 Hutch. Punt comes all the way through the midfield. The Dragons will get a throw in on the far side. Next 2 on the road for Hutch. Wednesday at Great Bend against Barton. The next Friday, quick turnaround. Next Friday at 7 at Buster Stadium in Garden City against the Broncbusters. And the Dragons starting to play conference teams the second time around. And for them to have a chance at the 2018 championship, they're going to have to win every conference game. No ties. It's going to have to be 3 points a shot. And even that, maybe a little help. A little soft touch by Burt, cleared trouble to the foot of Rader. Now Miller play it right back to Haley. Haley will switch with the long pass right side. Addie White comes up to get it, but it's knocked backwards. Depth-wise, the advantage should go to Hutch. Much deeper bench. Here's Sabala midfield. Sabala surveys, dribbles into a double team. Now in a little bit of trouble. Gives some ground. The Dragons get the ball to Haley Burke. Haley waits right back to Rodriguez. Bad touch by Rader, and now an opportunity up the sideline for Lourdes Moreno. She'll center it in, but Felix can't handle the pass. Pass up the line. Andy White gets bumped off, but Alex Miller gets possession at midfield. So come to the foot of Sydney Blackwell. Fakes left, goes right, passes it in the middle, but nobody home for the Dragons. Matthias. Now to Rodriguez. Cameron plays it to the middle. Blackwell. Sydney battles with it. Alex Miller on the left side drops it off for Rader. Now the Dragons want to switch. Jenna Bass. Now to Sierra Matthias. Good through ball to Addie White. Addie attacks, makes the turn. Crosses it into the box, a shot. And it'll be a goal kick. Couldn't see who got it. That was blocked by the substitution of Northwest Tech, which is Lydia Black.
You are running in behind their player and she can't find you. Come back.
Braley Mader scored the first goal just a minute 27 in. Dragons have tacked on 4 more. So we're now under a minute to play in the opening half here at the Salthawk Sports Complex. Good ball to Addie White. Addie attacks. Here's the cross. Knocked down by the keeper, but a whistle. It'll be a goal kick. Evidently, Addie made contact once ball right on the goal line.
Addie, let's focus on our first touch.
Under 20 seconds to play now. Here's the goal kick. Sabalo finally brings it down. 6 seconds left. Dragons probably won't get anything else off. Balls sliced toward the Northwest Tech bench. There should be the siren. We are at halftime. A very strong opening half for Hutchinson as the Blue Dragons lead 5-0 over Northwest Tech at halftime. We'll take a break, wrap up the first half right after this. And welcome back to the Salthawk Sports Complex. Steve Carpenter with you. I had to take care of some other SID business at halftime, so we didn't get the halftime recap. Blue Dragons have dominated this one, leading 5-0. Blue Dragons haven't taken a lot of shots, just 7. But they have kept possession. They are really working on their technical aspect of a game against a team that they can, going into the Barton game on Wednesday afternoon, when they're going to need to be more technically sound to defeat a much better opponent than what they're facing today, and that's no slight on Northwest Tech. So the scoring summary. Minute 27 in, Braylee made her 7th of the year from Naomi Waithra. Then in the 15th minute, Angela Rader hits a long shot from about 30 yards out. Waithra with the assist again. They made it 2-0. Addie White scored her 5th of the year in the 18th minute. Sydney Blackwell credited with the assist. Made it 3-0. Ashley Venegas with her mom and some family members from Odessa, Texas, watching on, scoring. Caitlin Sabalo, the assist there to make it 4-0. That in the 25th minute. And then in the 31st minute, Amy Turner gets her 1st of the year. Naomi Waithra with her 3rd assist of the game. That made it 5-0. Dragons had some other scoring opportunities, just unable to finish upon. It was a thoroughly dominant first half in terms of possession and just overall play by the Blue Dragons. So we're about set to go. Second half. Northwest Tech will have the kickoff. Remember tonight, join Glenn, Darren, and Rusty here on the Blue Dragon Sports Network. Biggest game of the year for Blue Dragon football, as they take on number 12 Butler. Blue Dragons ranked number 7 in the country. Northwest Tech trying to push off the opening kickoff. Ball's taken away. Now down the left side for Sydney Blackwell. She sprints forward. Looks to make the turn. Sends the ball close to the box. She can't keep it. It'll be a goal kick.
It's okay to pass it and run without the ball. It's a lot easier. A lot easier to keep the ball and pass it.
Dragons looking for their 8th win of the year, and they're halfway home. Pressure by Naomi Waithra to take it away. A lot of contact, no call. Waithra gets through a couple of people. Get into their pass, those. Carla Rothwell. Let's knock that out of bounds for a Dragon throw in. Very quickly, Blackwell into the box. But cutting off the angle with the pass with the running Addie White is keeper Heather Brayshaw. No saves for either keeper in the opening half. The only shots on goal by Hutchinson found the back of the net. The Dragons did not allow a shot on goal. Here's Addie White down the line, sprinting. Now a double team. Good tackle by Mia Tripke, and now a whistle. Be a Dragon corner. First one of those today. Nope, it's not a corner. It's a foul on Tech.
Challenge here. Hey, pass it back. Back me up. Match up. Kelly, where should you be? They can't score from there. Match up. Jenna, you're the
Haley Burke will take the kick. Low line driver skids all the way through. Now knocked down and cleared by Samaria Trochez. Throw in far side by the Dragons. All you heard, throw in far side. No, it's the Dragons. All you heard Sammy Lane talk about at halftime was the technical aspect of the game. That's where the Dragons have to make their next big leap in terms of improvement if they're going to challenge in the postseason. They will be a part of the postseason. There's no doubt about that. Rader sends it down the line. Mater reverses. Now it's back to Angela Rader, who gets heavy pressure. Dragons look to switch. Wather brings it down. Little left-footed pass into the box. Mater just shy of that one. But Cameron Rodriguez regains. Now Delgado back to Rodriguez. Cameron slides a pass through for Venegas. Couldn't quite bring it down where she could control it, but it'll be a Dragon throw-in. Quickly into Ashley Venegas. Ridden off by Mia Tripke. And another throw-in. Coming up on 4 minutes into the second half. Dragons comfortably in front. But they don't want to grow stagnant here. They want to continue working on their game in hopes of improvement for the next 2 road games at Barton and at Garden City next week. Haley Burke steps forward. There's base. Soft touch in the middle. Cameron Rodriguez turns out with the left foot. Tries to go to Addie White, who's got a chance. Couldn't quite bring it in clean. It's knocked out of bounds by the Mavericks. Dragon throw-in. Foul call on the Mavericks. Cameron Rodriguez take the kick. Sends into the top of the box. Header by Blackwell. Really not a shot. It was just kind of popped up. Now Northwest Tech tries to clear.
Quickly, Jelly. Do it quickly. Haley, you're going to stand right there and drop the ball. We have to throw it. Wide, Daddy. Daddy, switch wide, man. Yes.
Dragons look to switch.
Jenna, come on.
Here's Burke.
Go.
Rodriguez shields off a player. Or excuse me, Delgado shields off a player.
Hey, that ball should have been Daddy immediately.
Ball kicked long and out of bounds.
You're not going to get out wide like we drew it up when we switched. You're coming out. Nelly. Drop 2 yards.
Delgado's throwing it, headed back to midfield. Flicked back even further. The ball played by base back to Taylor Camp. That has been Taylor's only action today, is playing as a safety valve. Cameron Rodriguez travels. Rodriguez leaves it off for Delgado. Delgado plays in the middle. Bad pass to Venegas, and it's played long. But again, Taylor Camp right there. Yachty. Delgado still traveling. Looks for the through ball. Deflected, but right back to her. Now she plays it to White toward the corner. Addie sends it into the box. Knocked down by Mia Tripke. Now whistle and a stoppage. And wasn't a booking, but a foul called on Tech. Don't know why he stopped the clock. He wasn't going to issue a booking. Line drive, kick sent into the box. Wather will come away with it, and the Dragons will try to reset. Rodriguez, a little tip pass to White. She can't control it. Tripke plays it for Tech and then plays it out of bounds. Here's a shot by Raider. It's high, and it goes over the net. Substitution for the Mavericks. $36-40 in counting. Dragons comfortably in front 5-0. No tallies here in the second half. Rodriguez drives forward into the corner. Now Blackwell tries to play it to Mater in the box. Deflected back outside. Throw into the corner. Rodriguez. Cameron tried to get a corner out of it and never did go out of bounds. But Raider now gets it knocked off her foot. Be a quick Dragon throw-in. On the foot of Waithra. Waithra against Dupton. Splits a couple of people. Now Braley Maynard gets knocked off the ball, but Yadi Delgado will bring it up. And then a terrible pass by Yadi right onto the foot of Adriana Felix, who will just kick it long. Nobody ran with. Northwest Tech coaches wanting to pressure. Maynard in the midfield. Plays it back to Raider. Raider now goes long toward Blackwell. Sydney gets to it, left corner. And on her move, it's knocked out of bounds by Raywin Murphy. No, excuse me, by Carla Rothwell. Caitlin Sabalo will check in for Yadira Delgado. Right now, the Dragons aren't interested in taking a bunch of shots. They're interested in quality and creating scoring chances. That's the reason the shot total is not off the chart like it normally is in a game like this. Raider makes the turn, sends it into the box. Cleared out of bounds by Mia Tripke. Little flick by Sydney. Gets a double team into the box. Headed out by Tripke. Now the ball just being pinballed around. Nobody with clear possession until Naomi Waither brings it down. Plays a pass near side. Sabalo back to base. Left side to Raider. Dragons playing a bit slower pace this half. And not sure the Dragon coaching staff is extremely happy. Base presses forward. Now Rodriguez. Rodriguez with the through ball for White. Mia Tripke will get to it first. She tries to shield off as the keeper comes out. And Heather Brayshaw knocks it out of bounds on the sidelines for a throw-in. Here's Burke. Dragons switch it to the left side. Raider looks to attack now. Raider steps in, reverses, brings it back out, surveys. This is left again. Throw in for Hutchinson far side. Throwing down the line. Blackwell tries to get to it. Knocked out of bounds by Adriana Dieter. And quickly, Yadi Delgado back in for Angela Raider. $32-45 and counting. Pump by Brayshaw, taken down by Ashley Venegas. Now, Dragons look to switch. Braley Mater speeds it down, leaves it for Sabala. Sabala travels forward, still looking, plays it. Good through box, but it's overran by Addie White and kicked out of bounds by the Mavericks. Stat-wise, other than the goals, not a very impressive game for Hutch. But again, they're working very much on the technical aspect. Good challenge on the double team by Waithra. Out of bounds, Dragon throw-in. Ball in the box, just over the head of Sydney Blackwell. Great entry pass from Cameron Rodriguez. Delgado switches over to the right side. Sabala will come up to get it. Takes it into the middle. Sabala reverses now. Off to Rodriguez. The Dragons give it away. Base looks to pressure. Braley Mater comes to help, but the pass squeaks out. Now possibly a long ball headed forward by Haley Burke. Nice job by the sophomore from Topeka. Out of bounds to the Mavericks over on the far side. Long ball flick forward, but the Mavericks had absolutely no runners going with it. Taylor Camp comes out to play it. Addie White gets shoved from behind when she brought it down. Dragons come away with it. Waithra soft pass to Rodriguez. Cameron travels, plays a through ball to White, but the ball hooked toward the middle. Had a little too much English. Referee says play on the contact. Ball dribbling toward the bench, kept in by Rodriguez. Cameron soft pass up to Sabala, now knocked out of bounds by Melissa Casana. Northwest Tech's been outscored 20-8 in goals this year. Or excuse me, 39-20. They've only had 8 assists. Foul called. Jenna Base goes down. Dragons play quickly ahead to Sabala. Sabala plays it high ball through, and it gets through for White. She's ridden off the ball by Rothwell, out of bounds. This is a corner kick for the Dragons. Yes, it is. Dragons have connected on one corner all year. That came from the corner of Braley Mater to the header of Haley Burke. Burke at the top of the box. High ball into the box, almost too long. White tries to play it as a header, but it comes backwards, and now Naomi Waithra will chase it down. Look to retreat, now attacking. She looks to go across the box and finally retreats it back to Burke with a man on. Ball switched right side to Sabala. Kalen travels in, tries to fire a pass to the middle, but it's deflected out of bounds by Chari. Sabala's throwing. Went toward Ashley Venangus. Nobody looking. And the Dragons somehow get a corner out of it. 28-20 and counting. After this is done, I jump in a car and head to El Dorado for Blue Dragon football tonight. Here's a header, and it's in the goal. Ashley Venegas with the header on the corner from Braley Mater, and it's 6-0. .28:06 to go. It's her second goal of the day, isn't it? So it'd be, yes, so it'd be 8. Ashley Venegas' second goal of the day, 8th of the year, coming on a great header. That'll be one that needs to be cut out. Now a chance for Northwest Tech erased. Lisa Horton was wanting a foul, didn't get the call. Well played by the Dragons. So it's a 4-point afternoon for Ashley Venegas. Great day to have one of those. Some family in the stands across the way. Goal kick for the Dragons. And Taylor Camp hasn't seen a shot on goal today. The only time she's played a ball is as a safety valve. And on the odd goal kick. Going against what wind there is, her punts were clearing midfield in the first half, coming from the south, kicking to the north, but now she's kicking in the wind. It's starting to kick up a little bit more as well. Pretty good ball by Camp. Now Delgado being pressured. Ball kicked toward the goal line. Burke will clear it to the foot of Waithra. She goes down, and it's a foul on the Mavericks.
You should have been sprinting and calling for the ball.
Fouls are now 10-7 in favor of the Blue Dragons.
Eddie, you should be inside or the ball is on the other side.
Haley Burke plays it long, and Sydney Blackwell can't keep it in bounds.
Put her under pressure.
Dragons throw in on the far side. Macy Smith will check in for Sydney Blackwell. And also Amy Turner is going to get in on the next whistle.
We're 2 months into it. The last time you go up there, you don't even know who you're subbing for. Brady goes, are you subbing for me? And you go, I don't know.
Long throwing down the line. Booted well toward the baseball field. Thank goodness the ball girls are over there retrieving. And Turner will now get in for Addie White. Addie, one of the goal scorers today. Things stay as is, and the Dragons don't relinquish this lead. Braylee Mader will be credited with the game winner. Here's Sabala. Plays a through ball for Turner. Can she catch up to it? No, she can't. Well, it didn't take a great angle once the ball was delivered, but it's knocked out of bounds by the Mavericks. 23:50 to go. Waithra being now double teamed. Released back to base, or excuse me, to Jenna base. Now the Dragons look to switch left side over to Yadi Delgado. Yadi travels in, continues to travel, now slows and drops it back for Haley Burke. Ball reversed around to the near side. Caleb Sabala with no pressure whatsoever. Now being defended by Moreno. Jenna base with a little pressure. Dragons a little lax on the back line as they switch that time. Venegas tried to play it for Rodriguez. Now a long ball on the whistle. Foul call Dragons. It'll be on Cameron Rodriguez.
better than that, man. You're a better player than that. But you got to
11 fouls to the Dragons, 7 for Tech.
Macy, we should be deeper, way deeper. Because if we clear it, it's coming out into that area.
Tech plays it short. And here's Murphy, but Venegas steps up, taken away by Rodriguez. Now here's Venegas. Venegas can play the speed, plays it in for Mater. But coming out early was Heather Brayshaw to take away the angle, and she gets away quick. Boy, if the Dragons go quick, they've got a legitimate chance at a goal. Handball, call on Northwest Tech's Samaria Troches.
Get forward, Ashley. Come on, Cameron, get in the box. Watch your line.
Yadi Delgado will take the free kick.
Yes, first and second, Heather.
It is cleared away by Moreno toward the sideline. Dragons really didn't attack, and the ball stayed in. But Delgado will take away that Felix pass. Now the Dragons look to advance once again. Way through it, right at midfield. Plays it near side for Kalen Sabala. Sabala looks, plays it up the line. It's past Turner. Turner with the pressure, and it's booted out of bounds by Rothwell. Dragons throwing with 21:10 to play. Rodriguez will flick back to Bala. No quit in Northwest Tech. They're still pressuring the ball. Dragons actually getting more resistance now than they did in the first half. Burke plays a pass left to Mater. Right back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez, her pass deflected. Mater pressures. Ball comes out to Rodriguez, and the Dragons look to attack from the left side. Delgado. Pass is just not connecting. It looks a little something like it did on Wednesday night against Cloud when a lot of the through balls just weren't connecting. Dragons not nearly as sharp this half. Gotten one goal.
If she's giving it back to you, it's for a reason.
Under 20 minutes to play now.
I have to keep telling you the same thing.
Header played forward by Venegas. Braley Mater pressuring. Venegas joined in. It's taken away by Mater. Now Braley, she can keep it in and does to the foot of Sabala. Sabala Rodriguez. Dragons want to switch. Ball brought down. Now Northwest Tech looks to advance into the midsection of Felix against a double team. Sabala and Base. And the Dragons have it for a moment, but here come the Mavericks. Oliveras now pass up the middle. Camp coming out with Raylan Murphy coming right in on her. Taylor to the first one to the ball. Now the Dragons play a long ball forward for Venegas. Turner working against two people. Still working. Turner still pressing forward. Gets pulled down from behind. Is it in the box? It's going to be a penalty kick. So foul in the box, and there will be a penalty kick. Hutchinson's 1 for 1 this year. And that was a Braley Mater tally that tied the game up in the final 5 minutes in regulation against Barton in that 3-3 tie. Looks like Turner's going to take it. This will be the 45th all-time PK in Dragon history. They've connected on 40 of them. So Turner will take it herself, her first career collegiate PK. As soon as she touches it, if it's a save. There's the whistle. Turner comes forward, shot, goal. Amy Turner connects on the PK. Her second of the afternoon, and it's 7-0 Blue Dragons. 18:36 to play. That was all done by Amy. Her hustle to get to the ball through a double team allowed her the chance for that penalty kick.
Touch. Jenna, good touch. Patience, it's okay to go back if it's not on. Now we can play again. Good, Cameron. Go on, Ashley. Go on, Ashley. We'll switch it again. We'll switch it again. One more. Come on, now travel. Really, come and get it. Drive at him.
Steve Carpenter back with you at Salthawk Sports Complex. 2 goals each for Ashley Venegas and Amy Turner, both freshmen, 7-0 Hutchinson. Turner's coming just a moment ago on the penalty kick, so the Dragons now all-time 41 for 45. They connected on their first 34 penalty kicks in team history. Team's never been in a shootout. 2007, they were 38 seconds away when North Idaho beat them in double overtime. That was the closest the Dragons have ever come to a penalty shootout. Knocked out of bounds. Sammy Lane having a little fun, nearly getting hit with a ball, rocketed out of bounds by Tech. Everybody has a good chuckle. Even the Tech players got a smile out of that one. No malice intended. Alex Miller's going to check in for Naomi Waythrow. So far this year, the Dragons have outscored Tech 15-0. Jenna Base cancels out that Northwest Tech advance. Now Miller in the midfield. Looks, kicks it outside for Yadi Delgado. She tries to go back inside to Venegas, who recovers. Ashley leaves it outside for Sabala. Sabala looks, now reverses. Leaves it back for Base. And the Dragons looking to switch the field via short passes around the back end and look to attack. Miller gets the ball taken away from her. Long ball by Raywin Murphy toward Oliveras, but 2 Blue Dragons get to it. Base and Sabala. Jenna Base will be shielded off the ball, knocked out of bounds. It'll be a Northwest Tech throw-in.
With a man on her? No, she didn't. She was standing in front of her. The ball should have gone to the goalkeeper.
Dragons control will throw in, but they give it away. A good hustle by Rodriguez. Gets it right back. Long ball toward the foot of Macy Smith.
Patience, Macy.
And she gets to it.
Help her.
Tries reverse. It's knocked off her foot momentarily by Trochez.
Good, Macy.
Macy gets it right back, though. Good hustle. Continues to plod up the field. Now she tries to go for the foot of Braylee Mater. Braylee makes the turn. Contact, good tackle by Northwest Tech's Mia Tripke. The Dragons are going to get a corner out of it. Hasn't been the prettiest of halves in terms of overall execution, but the Dragons have had their moments. Last Mater on the corner. It's a high one toward the top of the box. Burke's header, really not in any direction toward the goal. It's headed out of bounds for a goal kick. Under 15 to play now. Wonder what they're cooking in the Butler press box for supper tonight, because when we get down there, we're going to eat it. Murphy lets it fly up the middle. Initially touched by Rodriguez. Matthias will settle it down. Now Rodriguez plays it over to Miller. They look to switch. Sabala had a good head of steam, had to slow down to pick it up. Now she tries to drive. And she makes the move up. Melissa Casana knocks it off of her for a Northwest Tech throw-in. Ball played long. Base gets it back quickly to Taylor Camp. Running up the pressure was Felix. Now the Dragons look to counter. Rodriguez, nice brought down by Turner, but then she can't control the second touch. Throw in Northwest Tech. Sydney Blackwell patiently waits to check in.
That was kind of a basketball throw, but what the hell?
Dragons pressuring at the midfield stripe. Right now, Northwest Tech making very little advance. Now a long ball. It's played through. Moreno will get to it toward the corner with the ball on her. Caitlin tries to ride her off, slows the progress. But now her wraparound pass, Turner comes and gets it. And the Dragons play it out. Good job by Turner, then base. Really made her in the middle. Soft patch over for Miller, but not a good pass, and it gets rocketed back the other way. Caleb Zabalo, he's playing on the back line right now. Soft pass in for Kemp. Tipped out, now headed toward the box. Camp comes out and gets it again. Ball still loose. And she chases it down. Good hustle by the freshman from Waxahachie, Texas. She'll boot it away. Good pressure by Venegas. Kick forward toward the Northwest Tech. A lot of bounce throw in Hutchinson. Ashley Venegas getting much more confident in terms of playing those balls and attacking, flying up the middle like that. You didn't see her do that early on. But at some point, a true freshman is no longer a freshman. And for people playing fall sports, that learning curve's got to be quick. Now Tech looks to go long. Ball flicked up by Burke. Moreno makes the turn. Ridden off by Burke. Nice defensive play. Venegas, depth touch to send it to the middle. Little flick pass by Rodriguez onto the foot of Turner. Turner plays it forward. Giving chases. Sydney Blackwell knocked out of bounds by Carla Rothwell, dragging the throw in with 10:25 to go. 7-0 Blue Dragons. Sabala plays it into the box. Foul call on the Dragons. Macy Smith aggressive from behind. And now under 10 minutes to go in this one. 2 goals each for Ashley Venegas and Amy Turner. 3 assist afternoon for Naomi Waithra. Good pressure midfield by Venegas. Soft pass in the middle to Mater. Ball knocked back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez plays wide for Kaylin Sabala. Sabala makes the turn in. Cross pass just behind Macy Smith. Venegas will keep it in, so the Dragons still have an opportunity. Miller. Not a good touch. Knocked out of harm's way momentarily, but the Dragons keep it in. Venegas, Miller, touch pass in. Coming out from the net is Heather Brayshaw. Yeah, neither goalie has recorded a save in this one. Taylor Camp hasn't had a shot to face, and anything that the Dragons have fired on net has gone in. Good ball by Jenna Bass, knocked out with a lot of contact. Macy Smith went down, and they say play on with 8.5 to go. Rodriguez plays it toward the corner. Foul call on Northwest Tech. Let's see who Cameron Rodriguez will take the kick. Here it comes. Deflected short. Now a shot by Burke. That's blocked in front. Sent back into the box over the head of Macy Smith. Blackwell will try to chase it down to the corner and get to it. Dragons still have it. Matthias tries to take it down the line. She gets knocked off the ball. Sammy Lane still coaching as hard as he did in the first minute. That's always been his style. Won't matter the score, always teachable moments to happen. Nice crowd on hand this afternoon. Cool afternoon. Here's the throw in.
So if they win it, you're like a defensive center midfielder. If we win it, then you know you're banging it.
Out of bounds to Northwest Tech. Still a throw in for Tech on the far side. Dragons are going to improve to 8-1-1 overall. 6-1-1 in the Jayhawk. And it's worth 19 points. Keep them in third, solidly in third place.
Jogging, sprint, Sabella. Sprint and merge.
Jenna Bass goes down while trying to defend it. No fouls called. That's a Northwest Tech throw in. Only one shot attempted by Northwest Tech, that by Adrian Felix. Throw in, knocked out by Ashley Venegas, who tried to play it upfield. It was just a little too far forward of Macy Smith to possibly make a long run. She gets to this one. This one gets to the foot of Macy Smith. Plays it to Turner. Now the ball keeps trickling backwards. Carla Rothwell will play it near side. Sabala will shield off the player and goes out of bounds, and that'll allow Braylee Mater to check in. Ramey Turner. Good minutes for Turner on that one. She wound up with a PK for her second goal of the game. Under 5 minutes to play now. Still in Sammy Lane's line, still 5 minutes of work ahead. Back in is Elsa Achari, the sophomore midfielder for Northwest Tech.
Good, Sabala.
Caleb Sabala steps in, battling 2-on-2 with Jenna Bass and two Northwest players. Mavericks come away with it. Now, well-played defense. A move by Ashley Venegas, knocking down the pass down and advancing it forward for the Dragons. Rodriguez, Miller switches left side out to Macy Smith. Back to Jenna Base. Dragons coaching staff wants to switch. Now Northwest Tech after the bad pass. Might have a chance at a decent offensive run, but Sierra Mathias stands tall on the far end and forces the ball out of bounds for a throw-in with 3:28 to go. Could have been a handball on Northwest Tech. Now ball flipped toward the box, headed back. A lot of contact and a foul called on Macy. Macy Smith. Dragons now with 14 fouls, 10 for Tech.
Find a man. We're man marking. You're man marking. Haley, you're the free. You just attacked the ball.
Kick into the box. It goes high and through the box. Not sure if it was touched or not. Goal kick. It was not. Northwest Tech coaches are trying to buy a corner. Didn't get one. Dragons have had 3 corners. Tech not able to generate one. .225 and counting. Good ball from Camp, brought down by Miller. Miller switches it over. Base steps forward, plays it long. That's Mathias over there, not Jenna Base. Now Macy Smith gets away from one, but she advances forward, takes the ball off her foot, and it goes back long. Mathias will have to recover. Throw in far side. So the Dragons are flirting with giving up a potential scoring opportunity. It'll be a throw-in. 100 seconds and counting. Northwest Tech unable to do anything. Wednesday's game will be very telling for this Blue Dragon team. That will tell them if they are going to be still in the conference race or a spoiler for somebody else down the line. 2 o'clock game time at the Barton Soccer Complex. Barton Sports Information will provide the feed. Near chance, but the Dragons recover. Lydia Black almost snuck through. Now pass into the box by Moreno, but nobody home but Taylor Camp. Barton Video will provide the coverage. We'll have our stat crew up there. Yeah, very telling Wednesday afternoon for the Dragons. They get back on the right track with this one. 32 seconds and counting. A quick turnaround after the Barton game. 48 hours later, a little more than 48 hours later, they'll be in Garden City for a night game against the Busters. Now less than 20 to play. 2 goals each for Ashley Venegas and Amy Turner. Single goals by Braylee Mater, who'll get the game winner. Addie White and Angela Rader. 3 assist game for Naomi Waithra. The Dragons have been dominant. 7-0 your final. Hutchinson improves to 8-1-1 overall, 6-1-1 in conference play. Northwest Tech 2-6-1 overall, 2-6 in conference play. The Dragons sweep the Mavericks in this 2018 JAC West season series. And now it's full attention forward to the Barton Cougars, who are currently in first place in the Jayhawk West. Give yourself a break, and in about a little less than 3 hours, about 2 hours and 55 minutes, get back on the Blue Dragon Sports Network and join Rusty Hills, Darren Dunn, and Glenn Grunwald as the number 7 ranked Blue Dragon football team takes on the number 12 ranked Butler Grizzlies. That coming from BG Products Stadium in El Dorado, Kansas. Again, your final here, Hutchinson 7, Northwest Tech nothing. Once again, the goal scorers very quickly. 2 goals for Ashley Venegas, 2 goals for Amy Turner. Single tallies by Braylee Mater, Addie White, and Angela Rader. A 3-assist game for Naomi Waythrow, and that'll wrap it up for the entire crew here at the Salthawk Sports Complex. Steve Carpenter wishing you a good afternoon. We'll talk to you again this evening from El Dorado. Until then, so long, everybody.